result, how you I want to listen your comments.
Okay. During the uh, course of this space, I will discuss that. Okay. Okay,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sachin.
हेलो गुड इवनिंग सर। सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर हम काफी कंपनीज के सर बैलेंस शीट को अगर हम देखें तो उनके अंदर उनके कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंट और मार्केटेबल सिक्योरिटी है सर काफी डिक्लाइन आ रही है क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर और हाफ ईयर बेसिस पे। तो इससे कुछ हमको पता चलता है?
वो तो आपके ऊपर है, क्या आप पढ़ते हो, कैसे पढ़ते हो। ऐसा कुछ स्पेसिफिक है तो बताओ।
नहीं सर ऐसा कुछ स्पेसिफिक नहीं है।
तो ये
और
बैलेंस शीट जनरली डिस्कस नहीं होती है, स्पेसिफिक डिस्कस होती है।
ओके
Yeah.
थैंक यू सर गिविंग अपॉर्चुनिटी।
So there is a lot of misconception about in our markets about Dow and all that. So fuck. बोलिए जुगल जी, आपको क्या बोलना है?
सर नमस्कार सर, मैं काफी दिनों से आपका स्पेस सुन रहा हूँ और मेरे को आपसे दो चार स्क्रिप्ट के बारे में जानना था, जैसे एक विसुवियस,
नहीं,
एक टाटा
आप
टिमकन और एक आईटीसी।
आईटीसी अच्छा है, विसोवियस अच्छा है, टाटा केमिकल अच्छा नहीं है।
टाटा टिमकन सर, नॉट केमिकल।
तो
इट्स टिमकन इंडिया, सॉरी टिमकन इंडिया।
बहुत एक्सपेंसिव।
नहीं, आई एम होल्डिंग, तो शुड आई होल्ड और शुड आई गेट आउट?
नो, आई विल नॉट एडवाइज यू ऑन दैट।
सर विसुवियस में थोड़ा स्पेसिफिक व्यू चाहिए क्योंकि आई एम होल्डिंग फॉर लॉन्ग, मोर देन 20 years।
हाँ तो रखो ना सर।
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Nice
ओके,
talking to
थैंक
you, sir.
यू। Okay, so I was on Dow that every now and then we in XGX also and in our markets also we go up because Dow Jones is up. Dow Jones is up by 200 points, 300 points, 400 points, and accordingly we go up. Now this is a fallacy. Dow Jones is made of 30 shares. It is an equal weight index, equal weight, not like free float over here, equal weight. Now, any company goes up by 10%, you will think the Dow is up by 400 points. But in fact, inside the Dow also, there is a lot of up and down. So looking at Dow Jones is useless. You should always look at S&P, which is a broader index. And if you are absolute growth investor, you should look at Nasdaq. Now, for your information, I will share with you what are the Dow components. There are only 30 stocks. Okay, and out of that, I'll start with A. First is MX, American Express. I don't know how many people have heard about it, but American Express. Next is Apple. And if you see the uh, P of these companies, you will be amazed. So first is American Express, next is Apple, third is Amgen. Amgen is a pharma research company. Fourth is 3M. Fifth is Boeing, Caterpillar, Chevron, Cisco, Coca-Cola, Dow, Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, Honeywell, IBM, Intel, J&J, JP Morgan, McDonald's, Merck and Company, Microsoft, Nike, Procter and Gamble, Salesforce. Now, this uh, company's name, n- almost nobody would have heard. It's known as Travelers. Uh, uh, Travelers. Another one is United Health. वो किसी ने ज्यादा नहीं सुना होगा. ये वेराइजन है, वीजा है, वॉलग्रीन बूट्स है, वॉलमार्ट है और वॉल्ट डिज्नी है. ये 30 शेयर है. अभी Srini, for better interaction, you ask, just a moment. You ask me a P ratio of any company. Srini, I've added you as a speaker. Okay, not listening. Samat, you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, good evening, everyone.
So Srini, you out of the 30, you ask me P of any company.
आप क्या बोल रहे थे शरद सर?
ये डाउन 30 स्टॉक है.
सर आप म्यूट हो.
अच्छा, अभी आता है आवाज?
Yes, sir.
तो Srini, I was saying you name any company out of Dow Jones. I'll tell you the P.
Nike, Coca-Cola, my favorites.
Right. Nike quotes at a P of 25. And which one you said?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. होगा 11-12. एक मिनट लिखता हूँ. नहीं, अवेलेबल नहीं है. तो 25 का होगा.
Please, 22, 23 types. Probably. Yeah.
और ये शेवरॉन है, उसका 10 का पी है. होम डेपो, अ जायंट ओवर देयर, उसका देखते हैं क्या है भाई.
सर कोका कोला 23 है.
हाँ, तो मैं 25 बोला ना. ठीक है, ये 18 का है होम डेपो. अभी नाउ with this kind of stocks, if they go up, why are we very happy? Why are we very happy if Apple with a P of 22 goes up by $5? How does it change the equation over here of this Maruti or anything? How? So basically, this Dow Jones, we should not be looking at it. We should be looking at S&P. And anybody who's looking at Dow is making a mistake. Uh, and also, how Dow Jones works, I'll tell you. I know something that it starts at 7 during summertime and winter time at 8 o'clock. So up to 7 to 10, there is a lot of buying from overseas, Europe, Asia, everywhere. So you will always see a bump up in the initial stages of Dow Jones. So by 10:30, the flow is over and out. Then the real action begins. The way over here, we start at 3 o'clock, actual market. Now, if you are playing Dow Jones, there are two types. One is mini Dow and one is normal Dow. Mini Dow has a tick size of $5 a point, and the normal Dow is $10 a point. Generally, nobody plays the normal Dow because this mini Dow is electronic. Everybody plays that only. So that is very much prevalent. Now, S&P. If you play one lot of S&P, 1 point move equals to $500. So if you play one lot and you are up by 100 points or down 100 points, your paying payout would be $50,000. That's approximately 40 lakh rupees, 40, 45. So if anybody says I play S&P 100 lots, 10 lots, don't believe him. He is fooling you. Another thing in S&P is there is mini S&P, and that's very prevalent. For that, per point is $50, 50, $50. Nasdaq, Nasdaq 100 points, $1, one tick, 100 points. And you also have a mini one where it is at $10. Now, with this kind of structure in Dow, if you imagine you want to buy 100 shares of Microsoft, you know how much you will require? 20 lakhs rupees. 20 लाख रुपया चाहिए आपको एक 100 शेयर लेने के लिए. तो ये जो अपने बात करते हैं कि ये हो गया ना वो हो गया, अपने में ताकत नहीं है उतना शेयर लेने में. ये अमेजोन और गूगल को डाउनसाइज कर दिया. वरना गूगल 3,000 था, अमेजोन 3,000 था. 100 शेयर लेगा तो 3 लाख. 3 लाख का कितना होता है? 2 करोड़ 50 लाख रुपया 100 शेयर लेने को लगता है. तो वो मार्केट को देख के अपने को खुशी नहीं होने का है. अपने वहाँ ज्यादातर सब जंक है और इट्स totally manipulated by the promoters and institutions. ये JSW still है, लॉस आया भाव ऊपर. हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? हाउ? बट है. We have to be in this game over here. Now, a lot of people say I'm bearish. Yes, I am bearish. No doubt I am bearish because I know value. If you want to hear bullish things, there are almost all the spaces are bullish. Every handle on Twitter is bullish. Then why follow me यार जाओ उनके पास. I am bearish. I will speak the truth. I will speak the valuation. That's it. So, and another thing, my view about Nifty 12,000, 60% of stocks are at 12,400. And I challenge anybody, if their portfolio has gone up in last 1 year, वो किसी का पोर्टफोलियो ऊपर नहीं है. वो ठीक है, एक्सेप्शन होएगा, पर ज्यादातर सबका लॉस है. आप अपने, और अगर मैं मंदी बोलता हूँ तो आपको चिमकी क्यों लगती है भाई? छोड़ देना यार, ये मेरा व्यू है. वो झगड़ते क्यों? आपको तेजी लगता है, अनफॉलो कीजिए ना. वो लिखा एसबीआई कार्ड, तो वो बोलता है ऐसा हो. अरे भाई माफ करना, मेरे को जो समझ में आता है मैं लिखता हूँ. ओके एनीवे, या दर्शन.
Good evening, sir. I hope everybody had a very pleasant celebration.
यस यस यस.
Interestingly, when just as we speak on celebration, the data seems to have come out. Now, I'm going to only speak on data, sir. I appreciated where you're coming from, but let's talk a little about data. And the interesting thing is that when you read at brands like this Chinese brand Hire, he's talking about nearly a 35% good growth in white goods. And of course, gold in during this Dhanteras seems to have gone up by about 20-25%. Phenomenal. Phenomenally, good consumer behavior, but not necessarily the best considering that they bought gold. But I'm gonna now just quickly digress to one very interesting write-up, which I would strongly recommend that people with some patience can read today. It's in today's Financial Times. It's a report by the International Energy Agency, which effectively came into being when the OPEC cartel jacked up the prices. And the idea was to arrive at some kind of a long term policy making to deal with this OPEC cartelization. But that's the background of that. But this interesting write up, it says, is there into the truncated versions are also in all papers today, and they are saying that India's energy demand will do a slow crawl by about 3 percentage points annually, and that we'll, of course, become the world's largest fossil fuel consumer. So we've spoken in the past around coal, and India clearly is going meaningfully aggressive on coal. The privatization of coal mines, as we have spoken in the past, has yielded nearly 64,000 crores so far already. And today, one interesting write up says that by FY24, a whole host of them will actually go commercial. That means they'll actually dig out the coal from the ground and they'll put it out into the plant. But more importantly, the IES says that looking at this situation which has evolved post the Russian crisis, there is very little appetite for people to continue to rely on fossil fuels, especially considering that the limited history of this Russian ecosystem has created for all of Europe, including the instability in the world. He's saying there'll be a very accelerated shift towards renewables for all its defect, whatever it is. But the fact is that this G7 world will work out some new nomenclature where they will exceed borrowings outside the budget, but they will say this is one of national security, not part of fiscal deficit. They'll do all that bit because they can get away with it. As a G7 world, they make the rules, they can say what they want. But they are estimating a potential $4 trillion spend on renewable space. Now, I have no idea on how to, do a polysilicon or a solar module. It's very difficult to do all that bit. So, again, the first 10 minutes of this little new acquisition by the Reliance Group. The first 10-15 minutes of the audio clip is available. I think merits attention. I think they also have a similar frame of mind, and they're of course talking about a kind of an ecosystem that they themselves are evolving. They're talking about a close to 1,50,000 crores of renewable energy investment by that group alone. 25 gig, alone in one single spot in where they're putting up this green hydro project. They're already the biggest gray hydro manufacturer. So that's one little point. The other one which I would like to highlight, and this is to my mind very very worrying. At the same time, it could be an opportunity. One doesn't know. It's too early to say, but you have a new premier in the super boss in China, who in his swearing in stroke, in his introductory speech, spoke about national security as priority, spoke about Taiwan as a priority, and this is coming in the wake of a week ago. You saw the US has virtually shut down or mothballed their high tech industry for some time, where even the American citizen can't work for a Chinese high tech business. That's the kind of situation that has been evolved, created now with this face off between China and US. Now, this is clearly a pretty significant event. Now, one doesn't have a good flavor of how much money has been earmarked into dedicated Chinese assets by global endowment funds. But a global endowment fund, the the likes which you have read about, the scalper, stroke MIT, stroke Harvard, who are investing into markets like ours, they have about 6 to 8% returns formula, so that the revenue that is earned can be fed back into research, B can be used out as scholarship to support American citizens wanting to pursue education in those universities, amongst the many things that they must be doing, sir. I'm not very articulate about what all are the final purposes, but they say close to about $3 trillion of money invested into products which are kind of a proxy to China. Now, these things may not necessarily be sold tomorrow morning. I don't think so. Maybe things will evolve for the better, which will be actually a great thing for all markets everywhere. But this $3 trillion is now at a significant risk of having to search for a new location. And typically and theoretically speaking, with 4.2, 4.3% US 10-year bond, there are not too many avenues available to invest, especially outside the risk free world. But this big shift will be the large trend to watch. And the ever bull optimistic that I am, sometimes point of irrationality, I would think that these things will create another pocket of exuberance, and it will show up somewhere. I don't know where it is. And very correctly, as you highlighted today, Caterpillar is telling you that investments in old economy, traditional businesses in US are accelerating as this, inflation bill, the new technology barrier bill, which have been put into place by in the US, start kicking in. It's a big trend. I think these are very large, significant trends. At the same time, I think our e-way bill continues to be robust. That e-way bill number, effective January, sir, comes down to, I believe, only 2 crores, I think, 2 crores monthly turnover. The system in India is getting very, very tight and quite difficult for a lot of SME, MSME who are, borderline, maintain parallel books. I think it's going to be interesting, sir. So I will stop here and let's probably I'll join in later on the conversation.
Darshan, while you are here,
Yes, sir.
what's your opinion on the Maruti results that were declared? Somebody was asking.
So see, I'll tell you only one thing. My problem with autos is that the highest selling car in India is, and that company and that business is not listed in India.
Okay.
So, Maruti is also there, but it's expensive. At the same time, the best selling car in India today by volume, that business is not listed in India. I continue to believe, sir, that you can play that plus have an export opportunity by using the auto hang platform. Though auto hangs traditionally can't be more expensive than an OEM, it sounds illogical, but that's the only way to play domestic market plus and also export opportunity. So
No,
I think that I'm like, for example, a Hyundai, Kia, not listed in India. At the same time, the other businesses one would want to play, looking at the way Indians are buying these kind of vehicles.
no, I tweeted also BMW available at 2.8p and
I
I
agree with
see the
you.
yield
Yeah.
of 8.
No, so both, I mean, BMW, including some Mercedes Benz. But the point, sir, is that both of them are possibly in a market which is A, not going to grow quickly. At the same time, markets are saying that, okay, BMW, Mercedes Benz. The point is that even if you have a platform ready another 2, 3, 5 years from now, this Elon Musk is going to eat you up alive by then,
Okay.
which is why Tesla trades where it trades, sir.
No, but BMW and Mercedes also have now.
Yeah, yeah, they're clearly getting there, sir. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. They're getting there, sir.
It was
But
in.
it's just, but I'm saying that since I don't know, sir, what will win in the EV ecosystem, I think things which will go into an EV vehicle not disrupted due to combustion engine driven auto hangs, I think those will continue to be great place. I think like maybe.
I was referring to Maruti vis-a-vis BMW.
No, no,
Just
clearly, sir, BMW to my mind is a superior play at today's valuation to Maruti.
yeah. And another question was, no, I forgot.
I spoke too much. I'm sorry. Mike.
No, 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 no. It's not your fault, Aegis. Okay. Now, Edie, you have anything to say?
So, good evening, sir. So, any specific topic or general observations?
Darshan, about the Diwali sales,
Yes, sir.
I have a different take on it.
Of course, please, sir. I'd love
Well,
to appreciate your point of view also.
now you are buying four shirts, suppose, and you are the public. Okay, you go to a shop and you buy four shirts.
Yes.
But the shirt is already made.
Yes.
It's ready.
Yes.
GST is being already paid on it.
Yes.
So it is just that you are buying it, uh,
Right.
but but it is already accounted in the system.
Yes. 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 Clearly, it is. It is. So it's already will show up. It must have shown up in the previous month's GST number. But
Yeah.
sir, what we are trying to think here is effectively, sir, if that product was not sold, and if that product remains as an inventory somewhere, then like the kind of markdowns which you're seeing at Nike and Adidas, because that was mentioned here,
Mm,
because of inventories not being cleared out,
mm.
that risk doesn't remain, sir. At
No,
the
but
same time, Dhanteras sales, when I mentioned that they grew at 20-25%, I think it's a very poor quality number because people have bought gold, which is clearly not in India's interest.
no, and also another thing, Darshan,
Yes,
if
sir.
everybody would give the inventory numbers,
Yes.
who will buy which stock?
नहीं हूँ समझो नहीं sir. Can you repeat that?
Because the inventory levels are very high in the system.
Yes. Yes.
So, what do you do about it?
No, inventory numbers don't seem to be high. Huh? So the numbers have started coming in. We have already had shoppers, cable kiran, which have come through.
Hmm.
They don't seem to be exhibiting very high levels of concern. But like for example, gold sales are not clearly an interest, but the fact is that people have gone and splurged. A 20-25% volume growth or value growth is very large. And in a
No,
year when gold prices are not necessarily higher, I think year on year.
no, no. But suppose if you are buying 10 grams of gold,
Yes.
it's around 50,000. Okay.
Yes.
It includes 15%
Import
custom.
duty. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
So as and when the custom duty is removed or knocked off,
Right.
you will have a direct loss.
Yes, yes, clearly. Yeah. But in nothing, Giovanni, that custom duty is in this government's wisdom. They believe that custom duty of 15% is a deterrent. That's what they believe in. But that's the wisdom of the government. Sir. And
No,
maybe
but but by that, all the avenues of smuggling are open,
they are thriving, sir.
and through various ports in Gujarat, a,
I don't know.
a container full of gold and heroin is being dumped every day. Anyway, that's a different story. हाँ
Yeah, yeah.
चंदेश भाई, या चंदेश भाई, बोलिए.
हाँ
अनम्यूट.
शरद सर, हैप्पी न्यू ईयर।
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
बस आज मारुति का देख रहा था, रिजल्ट आया, वॉल्यूम बना 17 लाख, अभी 5% अप। फिर है मेरे पहचान में, तो वो आज लॉन्ग किए, टारगेट बोल रहे 15,000।
हम्म,
तो मैं उनसे पूछा कि इसका रीजन क्या, कि 15,000 आपने टारगेट फिट किया अपने माइंड में, तो इसका रीजन क्या है कि आपने 15,000 ही फिक्स किया। तो बोले नहीं, अभी मारुति क्या है कि अभी उसका सेल्स डबल हो गया, ट्रिपल हो गया। मैं उनसे बोला फिर कि ये दिवाली गए जाएगा, फिर कौन इतना खरीदेगा।
हम्म,
आप बोल रहे हो सेल्स इतना हुआ, ये हुआ। फिर मैं उनसे पूछ रहा था, ये मारुति का मतलब सेल्स कितना है इंडिया में, ये अभी मार्केट कह रहे इतना, आप 15,000 भाव लगाओ तो 4 लाख करोड़ के ऊपर मार्केट कैप चला जाएगा ना।
अरे चंदेश भाई छोड़ो ना ये सब बातों को, क्या मतलब है.
हाँ,
मैं कहूँगा 50,000 होएगा, तो आप उस पे डिस्कस नहीं कर सकते हो. आज
हाँ,
का जो भाव है उस पे आप डिस्कस कीजिए.
नहीं मतलब मारुति में ट्रैक करता हूँ, मेरा ये लेवल है 7500, इसके नीचे जाए तो 4,000 के लिए शॉर्ट करने का, बाकी देखते रहने का।
ठीक है, आपको मैं बाद में लेता हूँ चंदेश भाई.
हाँ, ओके।
समझ कोई रिक्वेस्ट है? इफ एनीबडी वांट्स टू स्पीक प्लीज become a speaker. Request, we will
नहीं
make you.
सर, रिक्वेस्ट कुछ नहीं है, जस्ट वांटेड टू नो वन थिंग फ्रॉम योर एंड.
हम्म,
इंडिया विक्स जो अभी डाउन हो रही है लास्ट 3-4 दिन से, व्हाट यू फील अबाउट दैट सर?
नहीं, इट इज मैनेज्ड. क्योंकि अपना मार्केट इतना छोटा है ना, तो वीक्स मैनेज हो जाता है. वो पुट बेच बेच के कोई भी भाव में पुट बेच देते हैं, तो वीक्स ठंडा पड़ जाता है. ये बात है, समझ भाई.
ठीक है सर, और कोई रिक्वेस्ट नहीं है सर अभी तो.
हम्म, तो चलो खत्म करते हैं. DGRS, you want to say something?
मैंने रिक्वेस्ट भेजा है सर.
बोलिए. गुड इवनिंग भाई. गुड.
सर आपसे दो चीज़ों के लिए पूछना था. एक, टाइटन के रिजल्ट्स पे आप क्या बोलते हैं, एंड आप जब हम लोग फॉरेन कंपनीज को इंडिया के साथ, या कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग इस चीज़ों को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि बिजनेस वाइज कैसे कैसे क्या चीज़ है, तो होम शुड वी कंपेयर फॉर टाइटन पार्ट, एंड सेकेंडली व्हाट आर योर व्यूज फॉर आइशर मोटर्स?
आइशर मोटर पे कोई व्यू नहीं है. मुझको लगता है बहुत ही एक्सपेंसिव. और दूसरा आप क्या पूछे थे?
टाइटन के लिए सर.
हाँ,
टाइटन टाइटन.
टाइटन. नहीं, ये सब पोस्टर बॉयज है, ये इन्वेस्ट के लिए लायक नहीं है यार।
नहीं, बट अगर मेरे को जैसे मारुति के लिए आप लोग क्या कहते हैं, मर्सिडीज या बीएमडब्ल्यू को हम लोग देखते हैं, या फॉरेन कंपनीज में और चीज़ों को देखा जाता है, इसके लिए इसका जो बिजनेस मॉडल है उसके लिए हम किसको कंपैरिजन में क्या खड़ा करते हैं? टू
टिफनी है, सिग्नेट है।
ओके।
हम्म।
ओके।
टिफनी है, सिग्नेट है, और भी एक है, मैं नाम भूल।
ओके।
ये बहुत महंगा है सर, बहुत महंगा।
नो नो, आई आई
एलवीएमएच
आई
है
डू
ना सर?
अंडरस्टैंड, आई डू अंडरस्टैंड।
एलवीएमएच है ना सर?
कौन सा
हाँ,
सर?
एलवीएमएच, एलवीएमएच।
वो
या
तो
लुई
लग्जरी
वुइटन।
है। और सर,
नहीं, बस सब बढ़िया।
आप मिठाई विठाई भेजो भाई।
तो मैंने तो आपको बोला आप एड्रेस भेजो, आपने एड्रेस भेजा नहीं, मैं कहाँ पे भेजूं?
ठीक है, ठीक है।
आप डीएम में डाल
थैंक
दो
यू,
मेरे को, आप, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है, क्या होगा।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू। यस, केतन जी हैं।
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Sir, thanks for the opportunity to let me talk. This was some time back that I'd also messaged about valuations being too high,
हम्म,
and I more than agree with what you say. I more than agree with what Anand sir and Srinivasan have spoken in the past. So the thing is, right now sitting on some capital, about 5-6 lakh rupees, and you know, like what I feel is that the the way our Nifty and Sensex and all has gone up since 2020 are, I mean, current levels are fairly absurd. What do you feel, sir? What would be a good time to enter the markets again? And I mean, yeah, I've definitely read your post, and I'm with you on that. Approximately what time frame would you people think would be the right time to enter again?
when the market cap would be 180 trillion rupees, that
Okay.
is the right time.
Uh, I wouldn't understand that, sir. आपने basically मुझे ये बहुत सही से याद है, आपने एक बार बोला था कि निफ्टी 12,000 पहुंचेगा, ये मुझे याद है, बट टेंटेटिवली क्या टाइम फ्रेम दोगे सर
सर
मुझे?
आपको एक मिनट,
जी।
निफ्टी को इसमें क्या लेना देना है?
अ,
वो जो
सर
स्टॉक लेना है वो
जी।
सस्ता होगा या महंगा होगा निफ्टी से? तो निफ्टी इज ओनली अ बैरोमीटर, इट इज अ सिंथेटिक
राइट,
प्रोडक्ट,
राइट, राइट,
फुल पीपल।
राइट. So I'm like one of the common people who's buying stuff like Reliance, who's buying stuff like Dabur, who's buying stuff like HDFC Life, who's buying stuff like uh, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. Um,
See, the problem is these are
right,
all mature businesses.
right.
So if you are looking for 5 years and 10 years, I don't think they will give you any difference.
Okay,
You should be in growth stocks.
right. अभी धीरे धीरे आपने जो बेस्ट लाइफ बोला था, मैं 10, 20, 50 करके लेना शुरू किया है.
Hmm.
और कुछ एडवाइस करोगे सर लेने लायक? मैं नहीं हूँ मार्केट वाला सर. आई एम
Sir,
बेसिकली अ प्रोफेशनल फोटोग्राफर फ्रॉम द फिल्म इंडस्ट्री. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गेट
ठीक
सम, मेक
ठीक
सम एक्स्ट्रा मनी ऑन वाइज इन्वेस्टमेंट्स ओनली.
ठीक है। आप फोटोग्राफर है, बराबर है?
जी जी सर.
आप फोटो खींचते हो, पैसा लेते हो कि नहीं?
बिल्कुल लेता हूँ सर.
बस, आप दो, पैसा दो, हम सिखाएगा तुम।
बताइए सर कब मिलना है, आपकी फी क्या रहेगी वो भी बताइए, मैं आ जाऊंगा सर.
नहीं,
मैं
ये,
अफोर्ड कर पाऊंगा तो मैं जरूर आऊंगा सर.
हाँ हाँ,
सीखने की इच्छा है.
10-20 लाख रुपए होएगा कुछ?
नहीं सर नहीं अफोर्ड कर पाऊंगा सर,
नहीं, you DM me.
अनफॉर्चुनेटली तो.
This is all a joke. You
राइट.
DM me, I will suggest you some good stocks.
आई हैव डीएमड यू इन द पास्ट सर, मैं वापस से आज कर देता हूँ.
Okay.
Thank you very much for letting me talk, everybody. Thank you so much.
चलिए भाई.
Sir, I have one question.
तू रुक अभी. चल. दूसरे को बोलने का मौका दे.
ठीक है.
अंकित भाई बोलिए.
हेलो एवरीवन। शरद सर, मुझे आपसे ये पूछना था कि जैसे यूएस के रिजल्ट्स आते हैं और खराब होते हैं, तो बहुत बड़े बड़े कंपनीज भी जैसे 10%, 15%, 20% डाउन खुल जाते हैं। तो
हम्म.
डू यू थिंक कि इंडिया में भी कभी ऐसा टाइम आएगा कि अगर कंपनी के रिजल्ट्स खराब हुए तो 10%, 15% ऐसे रिलायंस का भी जैसे इस बार खराब आया, बट कोई स्पेसिफिक ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं, तो
हम्म.
ऐसा फ्यूचर में कभी हो सकता है? आपको ऐसा लगता है सर?
इंडिया में नहीं हो सकता है भाई. इट इज अ कंट्रोल मार्केट, मैनिपुलेटेड मार्केट. इट्स नॉट अ फ्री मार्केट.
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
आनंद भाई बोलो. आनंद भाई बोलो. हाँ चंदेश भाई, आप क्या बोलना चाहते थे, बोलिए.
हाँ सर, मेरे को ये जानना था कि आप इतने साल से हो मार्केट में, तो ये मैं तो अभी 5 साल भी 5-6 साल भी नहीं हुआ, तो ये जो क्यूटी होता है तो ये क्यू ही होता है,
हम्म.
तो उसका स्टॉक मार्केट के साथ मतलब कैसा बिहेवियर रहता है, मतलब लॉन्गर टाइम फ्रेम, मिड टाइम फ्रेम में,
हम्म.
मतलब ये फेज 1970 में हुआ, 1949 में हुआ, 2008 में हुआ, 2018 में हुआ।
हम्म. वो क्यूटी होएगा तो बाजार नीचे आएगा, क्यू होएगा तो ऊपर जाएगा. सिंपल है.
ओके.
और कुछ?
नहीं, बस इतना।
तो समझ भाई कुछ है अभी?
नहीं सर, नथिंग मोर
आपको कुछ
टू ऐड.
बोलना है?
नहीं सर, नथिंग टू ऐड सर.
नहीं. Srinivasan wants to speak. Yes.
Yeah, sir. If nobody else is left there, Anand sir, are you there? No, I think. Otherwise, he's way more interesting than what. So just to bring some of the recent news, just to talk it up a bit. So, so Lever's latest results, we all saw their volume revenue grew 9%. Sorry, 16%, I think, and volume grew 4%. But profit before tax, ex, before exceptions, which is a clean measurement, that grew only 9%. So they're seeing a margin compression. The global CEO said, Alan Job, he just, there's a news article, I think yesterday or today, he said India total market volume is declining 6% in this quarter. So that's like a large number. So India's whole growth story is about penetration. कि बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मतलब they use shampoo once a week, they will use it daily. They don't buy deodorant, they will buy deodorant. They don't have motorbikes, they will buy motorbikes. They don't have cars, they will upgrade. So the India long-term growth story, this is mainly about long-term, is all about penetration, recruitment of categories, and that actually is reversing. So it's a very dangerous sign. The other result I saw, which was very jarring, was Dabur, which was I think 6% revenue growth, but -4% profit growth. So I said Dabur का product तो मतलब ऐसा कौन है who can't afford Dabur or Lever products. So that's another company result I think which is reflecting that economy is in stress. The third point I want to make is I believe India formal economy is going to hit a recession 2023 or 2024. So and just to clarify, so 10 years ago, if our informal formal economy was say 50 informal and 100 formal, over time with all this GST, DMON, etc., technology, heavy funding to the upper elite large companies and so on, economy is now the main economy. So maybe that has become 145 out of 150. Now that is creaking. And I feel CEOs are beginning to recognize this. The least circulated article I felt was, I think एक हफ्ता हो गया वो आके मैं बहुत देखा ट्विटर पे कोई रीसर्कुलेट करेगा कि नहीं. KPMG India ran a survey with 350 CEOs of good companies, not shady people. And 66% believe India is going to enter a short term recession in the next 12 months. So I feel, and I'm shorting them also, saying I think they're not recognizing that the formal economy is beginning to gradually go under because there is no informal economy left. So this is very like a risky thing for the overall pyramid. Hopefully, we'll do something about it. At this level, I heard people mention some of these stocks and all. There is no growth we are buying. So we have to see the price we're paying and the growth we are getting. So that's something everyone needs to be wary of. Sir, आपके लिए सवाल था, and maybe for Anand sir and Samad sir, is there any possibility of like a new high and a blow off top? Because we have not got that clean 20% decline on the index, which is that classic bear market. Uh, so is there any chance we'll get that? And then we'll have a new, like a proper bear market in the next 12 months.
Sharad sir.
I would say anything is possible. It's a manipulated index. Forget all time high and all that. Is your portfolio improving? Yes or
बिल्कुल नहीं सर, बिल्कुल नहीं
no?
सर.
छोड़ो ना फिर. वो दूसरे का बीवी देखे वो क्यों वो खुश होता है? छोड़ो नहीं यार.
Yes,
ये
sir, got
न्यू
it.
वाइफ सब बच्चे लोग के लिए है. वो आज मैं देखा आपने एनटीपीसी बढ़ा दिया, ओएनजीसी, कोल इंडिया. तो अभी ठीक है यार. रिलायंस बढ़ा दिया. इतना बकवास रिजल्ट तभी चलता है ना यार. बी पार्ट ऑफ इट. Don't question. You will question. You will. Now, my favorite shot, Tata Consumer. No growth whatsoever since last 1 year. Hmm. It's quoting at 77 PE. 77 PE. What are we? Where are we? ये अपना पैसा है कि वो चोरी का पैसा है. और शायद वो चोरी का पैसा होगा तो भी नहीं ले सकते ये. तो दिस इज ओनली एन एग्जांपल. ये लीवर वीवर क्या है? नॉनसेंस रेट्स है. उधर का देखो, उधर पीएनजी मिलता है 20-22 में, इधर मिलता है 100 में. नो. बोलते हैं इंडिया में ग्रोथ है. अरे यार, उधर में 2018 में उधर गया था यूएस में. So I went to one mall, Macy's. I can see the garment store until my eyes could see. अभी ऐसा ऐसा तो उधर स्टोर्स है, डिमांड है. अपने वहाँ क्या है? एक ये स्टोर में जाएगा 10 टी शर्ट होएगा, ऐसा सब. What are we comparing ourselves all the time? We are the great, we are the great. उसके अलावा कुछ आता ही नहीं अपने को. Seniors, have you ever studied P ratios of Johnson and Johnson and Procter and Gamble and all that? Vis-a-vis over here, we'll cry. It's very sorry, very bad. और ये सब माल है ना, ये पुअर इन्वेस्टर्स आपने एसआईपी वाले के घर में घुस रहा है. अभी 10 साल के बाद किसने देखा है लीवर का क्या भाव होएगा, मारुति का क्या भाव होएगा, और आईसीआईसीआई बैंक का क्या भाव होएगा? हु नोस. बोला उस टाइम इतना था, अभी इतना है, तो नेक्स्ट 10 साल में इतना होएगा. अरे यार, इक्विटी मार्केट है, ऐसा वो थोड़ी कोई कैलकुलेट कर सकता है. स्कैरी स्कैरी स्कैरी। बोलिए सादिक भाई।
सर कैसे हैं? हैप्पी दिवाली सर
हाँ
एंड हैप्पी
बोलो।
न्यू ईयर। अच्छा सर, मैं ये बोल रहा था, जैसे हम जब भी बात करते हैं तो इंडियन मार्केट से तो लाइक काइंड ऑफ होपलेसनेस ही आता है। तो इंस्टेड ऑफ, जैसे हम वैल्यूएशन भी कंपेयर करते हैं, यूएस का वैल्यूएशन विद इंडिया, हमारे यहाँ का वैल्यूएशन कंपेयर करते हैं, तो हम लोग वहीं पे क्यों नहीं इन्वेस्ट कर सकते? सर अभी देखिए, कल अमेजोन है, वो 20% डाउन, फेसबुक का कुछ ऐसा था, लेकिन वो रिकवर भी होते हैं। तो हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं, यहाँ से खाली करके पूरा माल वहां शिफ्ट कर दे, ऐसे कुछ, आई मीन ऐसा कुछ करा
हाँ
जा
हाँ
सकता
हाँ हाँ हाँ, $2.5 लाख आप बेच सकते हैं एवरी ईयर।
है। हाँ, तो मतलब वो तो सेफ रहेगा ना सर? यहाँ पे जो स्कैरी स्टोरीज है, उतना बुरा
अरे
सिचुएशन।
मेरे को क्या मालूम उधर सेफ रहेगा कि नहीं।
मैं आप
मैं 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 इधर बम्बई में बैठा हुआ,
हाँ,
उधर यूएस का गारंटी थोड़ी ले सकता है यार। आप समझा? हेलो हेलो। मैं गारंटी नहीं ले सकता हूँ भाई, किसी का भी। आज समझ आवाज आता है क्या?
यस सर, यू आर ऑडिबल सर।
तो ये क्यों चुप हो गया सादिक?
सादिक भाई आप ऑडिबल नहीं हो, आई थिंक देयर विल बी कनेक्शन इश्यूज इट
ओके।
सीम्स।
चलिए आनंद भाई। आनंद
अरे
भाई।
फाइनली आवाज आ रहा है। ओके। मैं जब भी बोलता हूँ हर बार कुछ ना कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम होता ही है।
हम्म,
क्या डिस्कशन चल रहा है अभी? क्या डाउट है? निफ्टी स्टिल नॉट बीन एबल टू टेक अवे 18,000, 2900। आज भी सेलिंग आया, दिवाली के दिन भी सेलिंग आया। जल्दी क्या है सबको? बहुत जल्दी है। And उसी तरह से सप्लाई आ रहा है, सप्लाई भी दिखता है। And strange, everyone is still asking the question. And अगर सप्लाई नहीं है, रियल बाइंग चल रहा था, रियल ग्रोथ है, तो why is dollar still quoting at 82.50? 82.50 is a very high price for the dollar. There is nothing. ये मार्केट बेवकूफ बना है. Be very careful. This is not the time to. I will keep repeating this as long as Nifty does not come down at least once. This is not the time to be long. और कौन पैसा बना रहा है? आज रिलायंस 75 रुपीज अप, उसका कितना पॉइंट कंट्रीब्यूशन है निफ्टी में? Nobody is looking at all of these things, and the market is becoming narrower and narrower. Look at the Nifty 50 stocks to understand what Nifty is doing. Nahi have done. Please don't get stuck. That is all. One day will be another story. Right now, Dow is up 500 points, but don't jump because Dow is up. Because Dow जब भी गिरा था तभी इंडिया नहीं गिरा था इतना, तो डाउ के बढ़ना जरूरी नहीं है. Dow is even at this moment 20% of the top. So we have still a long 15% of the top. So we have a long way to go. And this market right now, पहले 17,900 तो निकालने दो. 17,920, 18,000, 18,000 और 18,100. Three very close, very tough points where selling has been coming in at every rally for the last 1 year. Too early to jump into the bull bandwagon. लेने वाले को लेने दो. Stay away from the market. This is the best advice I can give you. Coming down to gold. Gold is also coming down. So there is something seriously going on in the background. It will suddenly come out in the front, and people will get stuck very badly. Watch out. That's all I had to say. किसी का भी आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. Am I even audible?
Yeah, you are audible,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
And anyone have questions? I have all the time today. I can answer.
A view on oil, Anand sir? UK oil or any?
Crude, it is also likely to go down. Don't look at crude. See, everyone is expecting market niche, crude नीचे आएगा तो market कैसे नीचे जाएगा? भाई साहब, in the great bear market, Crude oil also comes down. Everything comes down. See, gold is down to 1642 again. It is likely to go steeply down further. It is only, say, all this distribution which is happening is only adding more pressure to the downside. While the markets appear strong, remember one thing most important. Markets are the weakest when they appear strongest, and they are strongest when they appear the weakest. क्रूड क्या कर रहा है? कुछ नहीं. आ गया. 88 really doesn't. It can see crude can go up to 92, 93, but let it cross about 96, 98, 98. Only after that will you think of being bullish. Right now, it is just a corrective phase. See, market has been coming down for a long time. So even the corrective phases are going to be long. They are not going to be short like earlier. And vicious upsides so quick, so fast is not the end of the bear market. So give it time. The rallies will all fizzle out.
View on commodities, Anand sir. Commodities.
I am looking at gold coming down, silver coming down. I have already tweeted about it. I am looking at the biggest bull market is in the US dollar. एक दिन कल जो यूरो आया $1 on parity to dollar, everyone started saying many things on the CNBC US, which I don't know if any of you follow, but in सब में निफ्टी को इंडिया का कुछ नहीं ले रखा है. This is not the time. There is something which is going on. The interest rate is still lower than the inflation rate internationally, so there will be an increase soon. कब है नेक्स्ट फेड मीटिंग? आई थिंक नवंबर में आएगा ना. तो वॉच आउट, देयर इज गोइंग टू बी मोर. इंडिया का भी एक मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी है ना इन बिटवीन.
थर्ड नवंबर को है.
Even that talks about the same thing. The clause on which the meeting has been called itself is indicating inflation is not in control. They are going to raise rates. Don't this increase in rate is going to add more pressure. All this profitability सब story रह जाएगा. The day and this is what is the likely scenario. Over the next week, markets can come down. The day the inflation result come and the interest rate is increase, उधर short selling तो फिर खत्म हो जाएगा, फिर market bounce करेगा. So that is what I am expecting, which is why I'm very comfortable seeing the decline today. 18,000 7,900 लगा के वहां से वापस नीचे आना is not good sign, because prior high के पास सेलिंग आना is not right for the market. अगर बुलिश होता तो आज ये कल में निकाल देता, नहीं निकाला. So be on the sidelines or be very cautious. Suddenly one fine day you will get up and see a huge problem. इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल करोगे कि नहीं करोगे, पहले इंडिया वो डिसाइड कर लो. जब इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल करना है तो फिर मार्केट को बोलना पड़ेगा.
इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल नहीं हो पा रहा है, इसलिए तो 3 तारीख को है ना मीटिंग.
ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है.
नहीं, और दूसरा बात है, यूएस में 1 तारीख को है ना फेड का डिसीजन. तो अभी से वो पोजीशन हो रहा है. क्या आएगा
सर? फेड भी क्या करेगा? फेड को भी तो इंटरेस्ट रेट कम करना, इन्फ्लेशन कम करना है. फेड का भी मैंडेट वही है, इन्फ्लेशन कम करो. विदाउट दैट द फेड विल नॉट वर्क. सो दे विल हैव टू इंक्रीज द इंटरेस्ट. वेरी डेंजरस टाइम. पब्लिक और खरीदे जा रहे हैं.
क्या करेगा? अभी भी लोग पूछते हैं क्या लेने का. 10 साल बाद अच्छा लगता है.
अच्छा, पब्लिक फेवरेट्स जो थे, अडानी एंटरप्राइजेस फॉर एग्जांपल is down 20%. Asian Paints, one of the most favored stocks of the trading public, जो कभी नीचे आने वाला नहीं था, is down 20%. So if you actually see what is happening, even the public favorites are down quite a bit. कुछ भी नीचे जो है वो बीच में एक दो उठ के इंडेक्स मैनेजमेंट चल रहा था, बट इफ यू सी, जैसे आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, पोर्टफोलियो इंप्रूव हुआ, किसी का इंप्रूव नहीं हुआ. 89% ऑफ द पोर्टफोलियोज आर डाउन. सो इट इज नॉट द टाइम. वेरी केयरफुल. What happened? Dow being 500, 600 points up is nothing. It can give it up, and people look at this, it's up to 2%, but it has fallen quite a bit. It can give up 600 points in just one open.
बट उसमें आनंद सर आज के दिन में जो हुआ है, विक्स इज ऑल्सो अप, गोल्ड एंड एवरी अदर मेटल इज डाउन, बट ओनली डाउ जोन्स इज अप राइट नाउ. नो अदर मार्केट इज सपोर्टिंग इट.
अरे भाई ऐसा है ना, शेवरॉन और वो दो तीन चार स्टॉक ऊपर होएगा, ठीक है यार. और वो 38,000 वाला अभी जो भी है, तो भी क्या है, अपना मार्केट तो कितना ऊपर है. सो डोंट एक्चुअली, एज आई एक्सप्लेन टू यू समर्थ, 100 शेयर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट लेने का है तो 20 लाख रुपया चाहिए. वी आर नॉट capable of discussing. You should not. अपना जेब में 2 लाख रुपया है और अपने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट और वो सब डिस्कस करते हैं. जेब में 2 लाख रुपया है, उधर 100 शेयर लेने को जाओ तो 20 लाख, 30 लाख, 50 लाख. वो अमेजोन वो प्री स्प्लिट वो 3,000 का भाव था. 100 शेयर लेने को जाएगा तो 3 करोड़ रुपया लगता है. अभी क्या तुम भी जेब में, ये सादिक भी और एक गूगल भी 3,000 था, तो 2.5 करोड़ रुपया. अभी 2.5 करोड़ का 100 शेयर लेने का, तो एक्चुअली वी आर unfit to discuss that market. We are good only for discussing.
या अमित भाई.
हेलो, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है?
यस यस अमित भाई.
So thank you. I have some difficulty in being able to speak and listen at the same time. कुछ टेक्निकल ग्लिच आ रहा था, सो थैंक्स फॉर बेयरिंग विद मी. मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन ये पूछना था रिगार्डिंग द यूएस मार्केट, बिकॉज वी आर डिस्कसिंग देम अ लॉट. उधर जो डेटा खरीदना होता है, सो व्हाट आर द गुड डेटा वेंडर्स इफ एनीबॉडी इज बाइंग डेटा फॉर यूएस, एंड उसमें क्या कुछ हिडन टिक्स एंड ट्रिप्स रहता है?
Bloomberg is the best. Hello.
Yes.
Bloomberg is
Apart
the
from
best.
that,
Reuters is good.
Depends on your affordability. Depends on your affordability. You can even go for e-signal. E-signal is also good.
अच्छा.
डेटा का रोल्स रॉयस तो ब्लूमबर्ग है.
गुड. ब्लूमबर्ग का लेकिन पूरा टर्मिनल लेना पड़ेगा ना, कि सिर्फ डेटा पैकेज भी देते वो लोग विदाउट टर्मिनल?
Without terminal, basic is $1,800 a month. फिर जितना एडिशन लेगा उतना अलग.
जो इंटरैक्टिव ब्रोकर वाले देते हैं अपने पैकेजेस के साथ, वो बहुत रेट कम बताते हैं, पर उसमें शायद डिले ज्यादा आता है क्या? किसी का एक्सपीरियंस है इंटरैक्टिव के साथ? इंटरैक्टिव ब्रोकर
Interactive brokers is the best trading workstation and it is used by most of the professional traders all over the globe. But the problem with the data is while you will get the news properly, the data is just an interactive data feed. Third thing is, if you are going to use that in interactive data charting, their charting platform is shit.
वही मेन प्रॉब्लम है।
So if you are going to use it in a chart, you see, I have used all of them over the years. So I can give you, don't even waste your time and energy with interactive brokers. But their trading workstation, the speed of execution, the speed, no one in the world can match that.
तो मतलब एग्जीक्यूशन उधर रखना है और डेटा शायद कहीं और से लेना पड़ेगा।
डेटा कहीं और से ही लेना पड़ेगा। अगर आपको स्टेबल डेटा चाहिए, सस्ते में चाहिए, by सस्ता also I don't mean very सस्ता, it will still cost you $40,000-$50,000 rupees in a month. You should look at e-signal.
अच्छा,
हाँ, but अगर आपके पास पैसा है, if you can afford to take it, then the best one is still Bloomberg.
Okay, so Bloomberg में देखो, इधर ट्रेड पोस्ट करो. That's the
Bloomberg. The advantage is it is expensive, but whatever data manipulation you want to do, whatever comparative studies you want to do, all of that becomes very, very easy with Bloomberg. That's a major advantage.
Bloomberg is out of budget, to be honest. नंबर वन तो वो है, ये बात भी मतलब ठीक है, बजट नहीं है तो उससे नंबर वन थोड़ी बदल जाएगा।
हाँ, रोल्स रॉयस मिलता है, लेकिन मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, लेना तो मेरे को भी है। अच्छा, मेरे को भी लगेगा।
नहीं, 20% 25% आप डेटा पे थोड़ी खर्च कर सकते हो। मतलब मेरा जो बजट है उसका 20% उधर ही उड़ जाएगा।
बस मैं ऐसे भी ऑफिस देखा है बॉम्बे में जिसके पास 10-10 ब्लूमबर्ग टर्मिनल है।
शरद सर के पास भी होगा ना।